Hey guys, okay, I'm sorry about the horrible lighting. It's really late at night, but I wanted to get a video up for today, and I hope this is on me. Okay, and today's video is going to be on having a child with asthma. Now, first off, I want to start off the video by saying I am not a doctor, medical professional, nothing like that. I'm going to be telling you guys what our doctors told us and what things we have done that works for us. So before you try anything I'm showing you, do research, talk to doctors, because like I said, this is just what worked for us. So with that being said, Carter is 3.5. He'll be 4 on May 10th. We started noticing he had problems, let's see, I'd say around 3 months old is when it started. And he would cough a lot. He would cough so hard he would vomit mucus, not to get TMI, so this is going to be a TMI warning, but you know, this is the reality of what it is. And he would cough so hard that he would just vomit. Like, I remember this one day specifically, Tom does too, that he just vomited cups of mucus, and he was 3 months old. I mean, just terrifying. They turned, like, he would turn purple, and the doctors were having trouble diagnosing what it was. Then we go into the winter of that year. He was around 6-7 months old. It started again. So just the doctors were brushing it off as, oh, you're just a young mom, you're new, it's normal. And, you know, I just kept pushing because I was like, this is not normal. He's coughing too much. He's coughing so hard, and they're so little they can't get it up. So they're coughing to the point where they end up vomiting because that's the only way to clear it out of their system. So they finally diagnosed him that year with bronchiolitis. So they prescribed us a nebulizer, which I'll show you in a second. But that didn't quite do the trick. So what I did was on my own, I asked them, should I switch him? Because at this point he was on formula. And I said, should I switch him to soy formula? Because I feel like after he has a bottle, it gets worse. And they said, no, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Just do the nebulizer. Well, I'll tell you what, as soon as I switched him on my own to soy formula, within a few days, he was fine. So that's when we thought that would be the end of it. Okay, he had bronchiolitis, he had some bad coughs, it must have been the milk. Now, ever since then, when he's gotten colds, it turned into bronchiolitis. And then this summer, August of 2013, he got a really bad upper respiratory infection that I ended up getting, that if you look back at our Veda videos, I talk a little bit about us being sick and me having to go into the ER a few times for my thing, but for him, that's when it really started. They prescribed him an inhaler at that point, and they said, okay, we're going to start him on an inhaler. And you know, it's scary as a parent, you know, even though they say his case is relatively mild, and hopefully he'll grow out of it. You know, they said children having asthma these days is just becoming more and more prevalent. It's just the allergens are getting worse, and it's causing children to react more to it. But it's scary, you know, as a parent, to see your kids suffer in any way, especially when it has to do with the lungs. It's scary to watch them go through, and you just want to take it away from them. So I'm hoping that this video can help anyone out there who's going through what I went through, to know, like, you're not alone, and maybe something I did will help you, and maybe something you did could help me. So yeah, so then I'd say in October, early November of this year, or last year, 2013, he just started coughing so much, and it was lasting like 3 weeks, and they said, oh, it's probably just post-nasal drip, it's the winter, it happens. But you know, as usual, like, I kept pushing, and you know, finally they said, you know what, I think we're going to prescribe him on an inhaler. So they prescribed him on not only his normal inhaler, that's the albuterol that had it in it, just like in the nebulizer, they prescribed him a steroid inhaler. So they said, do 1 puff twice a day. So we were doing that. Weekend before Christmas, he got a little cold. Just a little cold, barely even had a runny nose, but you could tell he was like a little off for a few days. It made his asthma explode, is the only way I know how to describe it. I brought him to the doctor. They said his chest sounded really tight. They had us doing treatments in the doctor's office. You know, it's just scary, and it's nerve-wracking, and you know, coughing for about 2 weeks. Anyone who was near him at night, no one got a good night's sleep. He's up coughing. I'm scared. I kind of just want to have him in bed with me those nights, you know, propped up. So it's just scary. So it's been good since then, and I'm going to show you guys during that episode. If you've heard in some of my videos, I've called it as asthmatic episode. I don't know if that's what you call it. That's what I'm calling it. And I'm going to show you guys what worked for us and what the doctors told us to do and what finally helped, because finally he's sleeping through the night again and he's not coughing and he can go outside for longer than 2 minutes without breaking out into a horrible coughing fit, because anyone who's dealt with asthma knows that, you know, when he starts coughing, it sounds like he's choking and it's just so scary. So anyways, that's kind of an overview of our experience, and here's some of the stuff that worked for us. So as I said, during his first winter, they prescribed us a nebulizer. This is what it looks like. You know, it just has, you plug it into the wall, and then it's just this machine, and this is the output thing. This is the thing to turn it on, and in the output thing you put these tubes that they give you, and you hook this into the nebulizer, and then you have this part, and you put the albuterol in here, which I'll show you. I have some of it here. Ours came in packets like this, and they come like this, and you break it apart, and each one has the albuterol in it. I hope you can see that. And you empty it into here, screw the top back on. What we do is we put paper towel or something on one end so he can get all of it, all of the, you know, the steam, the vaporization from it, and he puts it in his mouth, you know, as much as possible, and it takes about 10 minutes. So that's the nebulizer. So that's one thing that worked for us, and the doctors prescribed. It definitely helps. And then, like I said, the albuterol is what we use in the nebulizer, and what is also used in his normal inhaler, which looks like this. And you just open it, and when it's time for him to use it, I shake it, do 1 puff in the air, and with the albuterol one, we do 2 puffs in the mouth when he needs it. And then on the back, it shows, I don't know if you can see that, it shows how many puffs are left. So that's his normal inhaler. And then for the winter, which they've decided from now on, every winter, they're going to prescribe this for him, and maybe even more than that if it looks like he needs it throughout the summer. This is the steroid inhaler. And yeah, same thing, open like this. This one, normally we shake, do 1 puff in the air, and then 1 puff twice a day. So I usually do one morning and night. But ever since his asthmatic episode, we've been doing 2 puffs morning and night. And actually, if, here I can show you, if it shows, it says it's the flow vent one. And on the back, it also shows how many puffs are left. So those are things that we use. Another thing that really helped tremendously, and again, like I said, I'm not a doctor. Check with your doctor before you do any of this. This is just me. If anyone needs tips or ideas to bring to their doctor, here are some of them. Our doctor prescribed children's Benadryl, the allergy kind. Here it is. I hope that that's focusing. I'm trying to keep it still. And we were prescribed to use this at most twice a day. Try to just keep it at night, which we were able, the first few days we used it twice a day because he really needed it. But now we just use it at night, and tonight was the last night we're going to use this for a while. And we used 1.5 teaspoons, 1.5 teaspoons before bed every night, and it really helps dry up the mucus so he's not constantly choking. So this has been a huge lifesaver when he has those real episodes of it. Other things we do is we make sure to prop him up. We put pillows under his mattress so it's propped up, and then now that he's old enough, we can put him on some actual pillows. Then other things that I like to do is sometimes I mix honey and lemon juice together, and I'll give him a few spoonfuls of that, and that can help. Yeah, and I just kind of keep all of his medicines in this little, I've had this cosmetic bag for ever, I think since middle school, and I just keep all of his stuff in there. And yeah, so that's the stuff that we do. Also, I'll insert pictures of them because he's sleeping right now, so I can't actually show you. But I also bought a Cool Mist humidifier to keep in his room, and I'll put a picture in of the one that we use. And then we also bought, I also bought a air purifier, which I will also insert a picture of the one that we use. And then I got both of those from Target. I think they were like $40 each. I forget the exact brands. I think the air purifier is Holmes brand, Holmes, I'm pretty sure. I forget the exact brand of the Cool Mist humidifier, which I just can't remember it. But if you guys go look at them at Target, you'll see which one it is. It's pretty obvious from the picture. And I find that those also help a ton. So yeah, I hope this video could be helpful for someone. I know it's scary to go through it, and I kind of felt alone with it because I don't know too many people who have kids with this. So I hope that it's helpful. Like I said, check with your doctor before you do anything that I mentioned, but it's late at night. I just hope that this video is helpful, and if anyone has any questions or just wants to share their experience, definitely do so. I would love to hear anyone else's experience. You know, it's helpful to share and be able to talk about it. So yeah, that's our video for today, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.